To generate the matrix display of the search results, you simply need to click on the drop-down arrow here and then select the matrix option. The purpose of the matrix view is to allow users to generate a graphical display of the search results in the form of various tables and charts, which help show relations between different records that are published in the clearinghouse. By using this option, you can generate a visual representation of the various information available in the clearinghouse and use it in your presentations, for example, or as needed. You can create all kinds of customized tables and charts. In order to really understand how the matrix works, we advise you to simply play with this option by choosing various filters and see what happens. However, let us explain a few key features to help you navigate through the matrix. There are several ways to generate search results using the matrix option. One of them is make sure you're in the All Records tab and then click on the matrix option. The system will be generating data based on all the records, all over 17,000 records that are published in the BCH, so it's retrieving all those records. If I click on the National Records tab, then the data will be generated based on the national records, which are over 9,500 records. If I click on the Reference Records tab, then Matrix is loading data based on the reference records. But let's go to All Records. There's another way to generate the data using the Matrix option, which I'll explain at the end of this video. When you generate data based on all the records in BCH, it will take some time. That's why other options are more recommended, which I will explain later. So once the matrix view is generated, this is what it looks like. Let's explore the matrix view. What you see in front of you is a table. On the left, you see an option right here, and then you see four more options on the top. These are filters. So there are 5 filters: government, year, record type, region, and schema type. These filters allow you to narrow your search further and generate the results that you are looking for. Let's click on the drop-down arrow for the government option, and you will see that by default, all governments, all countries are selected and they're displayed in the table. However, you can change that. For example, let's click on Select None, and let's just click on Few Countries. And then I will click on Apply. As you can see, the view has changed. Let's go back to the default view. Year, it's self-explanatory. It allows you select a year or several years. Record type allows you to search by one or several record types. Region allows you to select a region or several regions. And schema type allows you to differentiate between national and reference records. The options that appear on the left side, the left bar controls the rows, and the top bar over here controls the columns. These options are movable, so when you move them, you can see that the display in the table changes. So as you can see, since I moved 2 options here on the top bar, more columns, new columns appeared. If I move some options over here, then you can see that additional rows appeared. We have not only governments, but we have also regions. And you can play with these options and move them around any which way you want. The buttons on the side, on the left side, they control the sorting option. So you can sort your records based on the columns, or you can sort your records based on the rows. So let's do a few examples. For example, let's look for decisions that were submitted from regions within the last 4 years. So I will put the year in this section and I will select none, and then I will select just the last 4 years and click on apply. I don't need governments. I want to look by regions and I want to arrange my display like this so all the regions are selected, which is good. And the schema type I want, no, not the schema type, in the record type I want just decision. So I'm going to select none, click on select none, and then I'm going to select decisions and click on apply. So this is the table that I see. I'm also interested in risk assessment records. So let me go back to record types and I am going to select risk assessment generated by regulatory process and I'm going to click on apply. So this is the view that I see. Now you can customize and change your view even further by using the options in the drop-down boxes over here. The count drop-down list is for advanced users, and you can see there's a lot of interesting options here. But there's also the table drop-down list, which allows you to customize your tables and customize their display, change it to, you have many by using many options here, but you can also use this drop-down list to generate various charts. You can have a horizontal bar chart, your horizontal stacked bar chart, line chart, and even multiple pie chart, and so on and so forth. So let's click on some of these options and see what happens with our display. So I'm going to click on table bar chart, and this is the table bar chart view. You can see this, so this gives you a graphical representation of the data that you generated, and the last column C shows you the total number of the records. Let's do a heat map. So I clicked on the heat map option and this is what the heat map looks like. Let's have a horizontal bar chart view. So I clicked on horizontal bar chart view and this is what I see. And as you can see, new options appeared on the right. So you can take a snapshot, and this is called download plot. So basically allows you to perform a snapshot of this view, and then you can copy and paste it into your document. And there are other interesting options here. Let's select a few other options. For example, bar chart. Let's try a line chart, area chart, multiple pie chart. There you go. I have just changed the display to the default view by having selected the default view option from the drop-down list. Let's examine another way to generate search results using the matrix. You can first select the record type or record types of interest from the record types global filter and then click on matrix. The generation of results will be faster or longer depending on how many filters you select. For example, I'm going to select competent national authorities, biosafety laws, risk assessments, and decisions. And then I'm going to click on the matrix. Let's close this view. As you can see, the data is being generated, and the data that is generated corresponds to the filters that I have selected and that appear right here. So there are over 6,900 records. Now I have changed my mind and I'm going to remove competent national authorities, laws, and risk assessments. I'm going to leave only decisions. As you can see, the data has adjusted. The matrix generated new search results based on the selected filter. I'm going to narrow my search even further by selecting subfilters. So I'm going to select two types of decisions: introduction to the environment and direct use as food or feed or for processing. I'm going to click on apply, and again the matrix generates new data. The view has been adjusted. I'm also gonna select a specific LMO. I'm gonna search for MON 810. I found it. I'm gonna click on it and select it. And this is the final view that I get. Again, the data is according to the global filters and the sub-filters that I have selected. If you click on the record types drop-down list, you will see only one record type selected here, country decisions, because this is the record type that I have originally selected. If you click on the schema type, open the drop-down list, you will see that only national type is shown, as decisions is a national record. Now I want to change the view to make it look more meaningful and interesting. So I am going to show it by, I'm going to select a record type, and then I'm going to change the view to show it by regions and maybe by year. And in the year drop down list, I'm just going to select a few years. Again, this is just an example, and I'm going to click apply. So there's my view. And now I'm going to customize my table and generate some charts. And to do so, I will click on the table drop-down list, and let's select some options to see what views will be generated. So this is the table bar chart. This is the row heat map. This is the bar chart, simply bar chart. This is the area chart. This is a scatter chart. And here's the multiple pie chart. To return to the default view, simply click on the default view. As you can see, all my filters have been retained, they're intact. However, the display of records went back to the default view, which is by list in all records tab and by government and then record type in the national records tab. Thank you.